Well, hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of the All Talk podcast with your JCPW owner and general manager. It is Jordan Collins, and we are going to just address some situations and maybe talk about the future of JCPW, what we've got coming up for you first. But we are going to address a situation that has come to our attention recently, and I do have a very special guest with me, an old friend of JCPW and a very good friend of mine is Mr. Jen Hawk. How are we doing, or Mr. Joe, or the face behind? Should we say the face behind Jordan Rodriguez?
I mean, whichever you want to put it. You can just call me Jen VBI or some shit, whichever.
We'll call him Jen. We'll stick with Jen. So for those who don't know who Jen is the creator and design behind probably one of JCPW's biggest assets, which was Jordan Rodriguez, and been in the community for quite some time. I think it was actually you. Let's think about it. Was it actually you that brought me into the community?
Technically, yes.
It certainly was, wasn't it? I think
like 2011, because I remember when Rambo Banda made that fucking POW league, yeah, and I was already in it because I was in EOE at the time, yeah. And I rejected MCW, so I went to POW instead. And the idea was, like, I knew you had a tryout.
Yes.
I know, like, I heard a bit about UCW, but I knew you tried out and it didn't work too well.
I don't know. It didn't turn out very well, no.
Yeah, it didn't turn very well for you, but I left not long after, and then I joined as a tag team with you in UCW.
And we had probably one of my... the thing is, though, there's a lot of history there. Me and Jen have known each other for a very long time through this community. You know, we've had our ups and we've had our downs. We've had some serious downs, even to the point of him using some of my audio when I was recording in an entrance.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I remember
singing.
that. Man. I still hold you to that. I will still hold you to that for the rest of your life. You know that. But no, so, hey, I get paid to do it now, mate. So it doesn't make a difference. So you just promoting me now, so it's fine. But
yeah.
No, but I brought Jen onto this podcast because it's something I want to address and kind of get it out there. Because I think we kind of nipping it in the butt now before it gets too out of hand, because you know, I think we're both at the moment. We just can't. We're almost we are kind of too busy to deal with this with something menial and something as small as this.
Yeah,
now,
I've had like 11 videos made on me within this week, and I've yet to respond to any of them. And this one, in particular, you know, made me laugh a bit because this guy hasn't been relevant for God knows how many years, like 3 years now or something stupid.
It's been a long time. He disappeared out. He disappeared out of the community.
Yeah, he literally just vanished.
You know, it was just fine. You know, people take breaks. You know, people take breaks out of the community. That is fine. And no, I'm gonna put this out here now. I know, and now I know. I've known Jen for a long time, as I said, so I know what Jen's like. And I'm giving him free rein to say what he wants to say. And generally, well, stuff like that. I know we kind of discussed it earlier, but no, I'm going to give you free rein to say what you want to say. And, you know, by no means can we just address, this is not a drama starter. This is not trying to set something up. This is not kind of trying to. We're not looking to start drama. I'm not looking to start drama, and I don't think Jen wants to either. I think he just wants to kind of get this situation done with.
I mean, this will be probably one of the things I won't address on my own stream when I do decide to stream. This is just something I want to kind of get out of the way and put it to rest, because I don't care about this guy.
And move on. So for those who are wondering, I think everyone know what we're talking about. So basically, recently, somebody who has been involved with the community for quite some time and has been involved with myself and Jen for a number of years as well, has come out the cracks, has appeared out of nowhere. And
he's come out of the woodwork, as it were.
That's the word I was looking for. I could not think of it now. And he's come out of the woodwork, and no, he hasn't posted his channel for ages. And one of the first videos he's posted was pretty much calling out myself and Jen.
It was really random as well, like out of nowhere.
I mean, like, this literally was what I'll say. Is out of nowhere, I haven't heard from this guy in a long. Actually, let's get out there. The guy is called Money Making Dario, MMD, the best in the world. Bullshit.
Yeah, buddy.
That's the same intro for several years. I think I know his intro like word for word right now. But
yeah, I think everyone does.
whoever watches this stuff. But basically he's come out of nowhere. He's decided to want to come back into the community. Great, because to be honest, I think for me, you know, in the kind of the community that I'm in, it's a good time to come back in. But for the other community that this person is involved with, that Dario is involved with, you know, it's a different situation. So that's why I've got myself in here, because obviously I'm coming from the league. I'm coming from the simulated leagues. I'm coming from the, you know, that's my thing. It's leagues. It's simulated. It's all that kind of stuff. And obviously, Jen, you are competitive. You're in the competitive leagues, isn't it?
Yeah, all the clans and stuff. I mean, I joined the top clan from the Xbox side from SVR, so.
So it's we're getting kind of 2 points of view on this whole situation. So basically, what's happened is Mr. Dario has decided to come up with a video calling us out and challenging myself and Jen.
He's come out with 2. The first one was, if anyone's got in contact with UCW Redemption, also known as Jordan Collins, then I want to talk to him about this beef from a few years ago, and I want to play him and all this shit.
Which I have no idea. I'm being genuine. Like, I'm not just saying this to bullshit. You know, if there was drama, it's been that long since I've talked to the guy, I wouldn't even know what the fucking beef is. It's like, you don't come out of nowhere and just go, oh, let's fight.
You know what was ironic about that first video? Is that he said that he had no idea what the beef was either, but you had beef. Then his latest video, he's saying, it was over this. Like, how can you go from not knowing what the beef was about to, now all of a sudden it was over whatever happened?
Yeah, exactly. It's too much been put over the case, so just
and it's not like it was anything serious, it's really petty as well.
No, it's exactly.
It's like...
Go on, sorry.
It's like really petty to, call someone out and talk all this random shit about them just because you lost contact with them. Like, it's just a way of life. You lose contact with people in your life. It doesn't mean you need to then, years down the line, randomly call them out and start talking all this shit, and they're just like, what are you on about? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, I haven't spoken to you in this amount of time and you talking all this mad shit. Like, what are you doing?
It's literally, it's come out of nowhere. And the situation with Dario was he was involved with UCW, he was involved with UWA, and that's going back, that's not like a few years ago back. And just out of nowhere decided, look, it wasn't, if I remember rightly, he wasn't taking a break. He was kind of finished with the community. I think that's what it was. He was kind of finished.
Yeah, he wanted to be inducted into the UCW Hall of Fame, which, me and DT were in charge at the time, and you were as well of Nation. Was it UCW Nation or something? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we all agreed. You know what? He does deserve it, so we put him in.
Yeah,
and then after that, he joined UWA for a bit, and then after that, he just left.
Exactly. He just kind of said, it was a case of, he just kind of said, look, he's done with community, he's done with all this.
Well,
fair enough.
I mean, he played Enigma. Okay, Enigma Heel, a guy called Enigma Heel. He played him, and I recorded the match, and he won. Fair dues. He then played me in 2 matches, in 2v2s, and he said, these aren't friendly, these are competitive. So I was like, okay, and I beat him twice. After that, he just disappeared, like, didn't hear from him. He just went.
Well, I think he literally was just out of nowhere, just literally disappeared, and nobody heard from him. And he didn't even... I've got no beef. I generally haven't. If you want to leave the community, fine, you leave the community. I'm not gonna, it's not my responsibility to kind of say, oh, how you doing? Because to be honest, the only kind of thing that we had, the only kind of relation that we had, or kind of anything we had in common, was through call, or through virtual wrestling, and nothing else. So if you leave the community that we were friends. Well, I won't say we were friends. You know, that we were connected
Associates.
to. Yeah, associate. That's the word. I can't think of words than that. Then, you know, if you leave that, I'm not gonna. Because at the end of the day, when you did leave, you know, I was working on my own stuff. I was working on kind of several different projects, 7 different leagues. You know, I at that point, when he left, I'd gone into like places like CCL, DCA, you know, VWU, you know, pretty big leagues or communities that kind of liked the character, liked what I was doing. You know, we changed it with the JC Wolf, because I'll be honest, we had the whole JC Wolf. I can't remember my old tag team partner. What was his name? Something Wolf. Wolf. What's his? Oh, come on, Dan. Remember my old tag team partner?
Was it Harry Wolf?
Harry Wolf. That was it. Yes, Harry Wolf. You know, and again, it was a superstar that came in. Like me and him were called up to CCL. Harry Wolf. Harry Wolf's another story. We're not going to go into it because again, it's another person that I've lost contact with. We don't talk. We don't do anything like that. And
yeah, it's quite funny when you lose contact with people and then they contact you either in a good way or you just get guys like Dario who contact you in the most stupid and bizarre way ever. And it's not like I see it as, oh, it's a stab at me, or, you know, you don't see it as a stab at you. It's just really weird and bizarre. It's after all these years, you just randomly come up with this crap out your mouth. It's like, what?
Like, I'm not to be kind of, and like not to be, you know, big-headed or kind of like blow my own trumpet. But, you know, yeah, I'm not getting massive views on my videos. I'm not getting, you know, the massive subscriptions. But I've got a fan base now. I've got a group of people who know who I am. And it's taken me a very, very long time to build that up. You know, JCPW, I think it's probably coming to about second or third year. I think, yeah, probably about second or third year. And,
3 years.
It will be 3 years. And
3 years, yeah.
You know, yeah.
3 years. Yeah, it'd be 3 years.
Yeah, it would be definitely about 3 years. I think. And the thing is, though, I started that. Although I was
you're on season 3, aren't you? So it's about 3 years now.
Yeah, I think I'll look into that. I'll look into that. I'll see how long the channel is.
It's a good few. It's since he left, since MMD left.
Yeah, I think.
No, it was. You made JCPW after the thing with Fame Bell.
Yes.
Yeah, that was about 3 years ago. So.
Good grief, we're taking back in history in this one, aren't we? Fame Bell, fucking hell.
Because I had CWL.
Yes,
and then Fame Bell.
It was the crossovers, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then we were like an alliance, and then all his group was doing was just talking shit. And eventually they ended it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest, we've had a lot of people talk about our show the few years. We played some of the most,
I don't know how I've managed. I don't know how I've managed to achieve like 12 videos being made on me in like a space of a week. But
yeah, we probably
achieved it.
We are some of the guys. We are probably some of the most controversial guys within the community. Me less than known, but you know.
You know what? That really shocks me when he called you out, because I was like, does he not realise that Jordan doesn't play like that anymore?
This is the big thing I want to address about it, and clearly MND who was it? Jake Quan. What was his tag team partner guy's name? What was his name?
Is it Kavan or something?
Kavan, yeah, Kavan.
No, he tagged with Jake Quan and he tagged with Kavan, and Kavan I know has commented a few times.
Yeah, Kavan. Again, he's another guy who's trying to lose a bit of a dickhead, to be honest.
The guy tried to call Homeland Security on me. That's a whole other video.
I think that just kind of explains it all. You know, who's tagging with as well, because this is what, like I said, I go back to what I was saying. Like, this is what I wanted to address with the whole situation. You know, he can call me out. Dario, I'm addressing you direct. You know, again, I'll do the whole thing he does. You know, if somebody wants to forward this to him, hell, I'll probably send this to Twitter, or even send him the link in his comments. But addressing you directly, Dario, I'm not coming out of retirement when it comes to competitive gaming. I'm not doing it. I'm having too much fun. I'm enjoying, what I'm doing with JCPW too much. Even though, like, like I've stepped up from like the UWAs, from the UCWs. I'm a Unite superstar. I'm a known Unite superstar. People know who my character is. So it's a big step up for me, and it's taken me a long time to get to that point. And you can call it. I know what Dario's gonna say. He's probably saying scared or all that kind of shit. You can say what you want, Dario, because at the end of the day, I don't play competitive. That is just the end of that. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm loving the content I'm putting out. I'm loving my shows right now. Yeah, I love to get those views. I want to get those views up. Yeah, I know. I'm averaging 20. I'm averaging like 30 to 40 views.
I think I said that the first time to him, like on the first video I did. I was like, you're not relevant. And number two, Jordan doesn't play this game like you do, or like I do. And then I challenged him to a one-on-one, and then he just ignored that. And then he does this video, which I've only just seen. He did this video a few days ago, but I've only just noticed it because someone linked me it.
So if you've linked to it tonight, you linked it to me tonight. Literally, I finished work.
Yeah,
and that's the thing I want to address as well. One thing he did say in that video was, he had a life outside of the game. Dario, I have always had a life outside of the game. I was just able to manage my time enough to do what I could do in time I had, and then I was there full time. Mate, I'm working away. I don't live at home right now. I work away. I'm traveling the UK. I'm in Dorset at the moment.
Yeah, no. I've got you added on Facebook, so I know you're not even around anymore. Like, it's pretty evident when I can see that you're at this place doing this show and this performance and everything else. You can just see it.
And this is, and again, this is why I've gone into this. This is why I've gone to the league side of the community. And he said, what was it said? I think his exact words were, "Jordy, come out of that league bullshit you're doing." And all that. It's not bullshit. Like it's not bullshit, because if I'm honest, this year, since the 2K games have started coming out, like 2K, the first one was a little bit and I think as the years have gone on, but you're saying that I've got life. I've got a main life outside this, mate. But if you look at my channel, I'm putting out regular videos every single week, and I'm not going to be, because at the end of the day, if it's a whole competitive thing, I'd have to wait up until 3-4 o'clock in the morning to do a 10-minute match with you, and I'm not into that. I don't
understand why this guy comes back and the first thing he does is just talk shit on people. Like,
exactly. No, I think
it's not like it's recent beef. It's like beef from fucking 3 years ago.
Years, and like even the case of supposed beef, like, I didn't even know this beef. I was just thinking it was a case of you left the community, I carry on going it, we lost contact. That is not beef to me. That's just losing contact with someone.
That's just life.
Yeah, I mean, like me and Jen lost contact for about a year, and then he set up CWL, I set up JCPW, and we got back. Bang! Do you want to help me out? Yeah, I'll help you out. You help me out, and we've got to that point. And now I'm at a place when it comes to my rest to the virtual community where I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I really am. I like the views. I'll be honest. I would love the views, but I'm liking what I'm doing. I'm loving what I'm doing. I think the product I'm putting out is half decent. It's not getting the views, but I don't mind. But that's where I am. So to wrap up my side of stuff. Dario, addressing you directly again, it's not going to happen. No, I'm not going to face you in a match, because I just can't. I'm gonna say I can't be bothered, because that sounds like anything on. I'm just shrugging him off. But it's I don't need to do it. I don't need to prove anything to you or to anyone else.
And another thing is, you gain absolutely nothing from facing this guy. This guy is not relevant. It does him more of a favour than it would do you, and it's like me facing him. It'll do him a favour rather than me.
Yeah. So Jen, it's not happening. It's not sorry, Jen. Dario, sorry, mate. You can slap me.
No, it's all good.
You can slap me up another time. Dario, it's not happening. I'm not bringing out. I'm not going to face you competitively. I'm not going to put my characters on the superstars I have worked on for the last 4 years. It generally has been about 4 years since I've been working with JC Wolf. I'm not going to put him in a position where he could be made to look shit, because let's be honest, Dario, you've always been a little bit of a noob, so you've probably found ways around, you've probably found ways to move in the game, and I'm not putting my characters in that position. I'm not making my guys look bad, because I've worked way too hard to build them up to a position where I am a regular in DCA, in CCL, in VWU, in YTWE, even Unite, with Inception coming out now, with Unite coming up. There's no way. I'm not saying I'm going to lower myself to that thing, because that's not what I'm saying, because I'm not disrespecting the competitive leagues, the competitive side of things at all. The plans, I'm not. But it's not what I do. It's not what my
to be
character
honest,
is.
In the eyes of some competitive, facing a competitive guy facing a sim player looks stupid. That's how it's seen as from the comp players. When I was talking to Hostility about this, and he was saying, why is this guy challenging someone who plays simulation now? It's like, what does he gain? What is the point? And it's like, to me, it's like, that's just desperation at its best. Like, if you can't beat a fucking comp player, then why? I mean, it looks really weak challenging someone who's clearly not going to noob, who's clearly not going to do unblockable moves, who isn't going to do a bloody a video uploading you rap music and so many overlays and flashing and all that shit. You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
It doesn't, and I'm not putting myself in that position. So, like, for me, like this podcast or this video is kind of saying, no, it's not happening. Move on. Because I just don't. I just don't want. I just don't need it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need the push. I don't need the.
You know what's quite funny is that he said at the start that you sent me to message him, and that you couldn't talk to him like a man. Or what do you think of that? Because you never asked me to say anything to this guy. I just did it on my own free will.
Exactly. I'll be sure if he wants to Skype me, we'll Skype, and I'll tell him to his face. Because this is not going to happen. I've not got the time to wait until 3-4 o'clock in the morning to play a competitive game. Because I'm not gaining anything from it. That's the biggest thing for me, is that if I was to set up, okay, yeah, I'll challenge you, I ain't gaining shit. I generally am not gaining anything from it.
It's like me challenging you. It's like, we had this old rivalry and let's face each other, and I absolutely obliterate you. And it's like, what's Jen Hawk doing? Just obliterating sim players.
Exactly.
Oh god, he sucks. It doesn't look good for any comp player doing that shit.
It doesn't. It just, like, nobody will. The only person who will gain something from it is maybe yourself. Is maybe Daryl. It's from his side of the community.
A fucking sim player.
And it's from his side of the community. They'll probably say, "Oh, you kicked the shit into Jordan because you shit at the game and all that kind of stuff." Believe me, if you see the content I'm putting out, I am not shit at this game. But the way I do things is different to a competitive gamer. I put together some great stuff, some great spots, and that is what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to remain doing for as long as I can.
Yeah.
But for me, like this is the last time I'm going to talk about it. If he responds, fantastic, great, you can respond, but he's not going to get anything back from himself. He can say what he wants, and say what he wants, and I'm scared, all that kind of stuff. You can say what he wants. At the end of the day, it's not going to happen. I'm not interested. I'm not going to gain anything from it, and that's that. End of the story. End of story. So.
Alright, so I'll go into my sort of perspective then.
Yeah, go for it. Tell me all yours.
Alright, so this guy, the last time I saw this guy, I beat him in a match, and I guess he feels still some type of way about it. And I was like, when he made the video, I was like, you know what? I know John's not going to face you because the guy's a fucking sim player, but I will. I was like, I'll give you your rematch, and then he types this giant paragraph talking shit. He didn't respond after that, and then I see his video, and he's like, oh, don't talk shit when you need to lag Twitch and all this shit. Like, stop making excuses why you lose on the game. Like, come on. Like, yeah, you beat me in a match once or twice. I don't care. Like, whatever. I'm not afraid to say it. I've got this ego where you make excuses all the time when you lose, and when I uploaded you left me like 10 giant paragraphs of like us saying I'm trash and all this shit, but you're the guy who lost.
No, exactly.
So it's like, so for me, I already left my my VBI PSN on his YouTube, so I'm just gonna say this: you can play me in a 1v1. I don't care. Like, play me in an Iron Man match, a KO match, a pin only match, submission only, whatever. I don't care. I'll just beat you and then be done with you. But if you're not going to accept the challenge, then whatever. I don't care either way.
I think I do want.
You either play me or you don't. I don't care.
I want to see that match. I would want to see. If I'm honest, I do kind of want to see that match because, you know, back then, it was a totally different game. It was a totally different game, and
yeah, exactly.
You know, there was countless ways you could noob in a match. There was countless ways. We all know that. You know, I got to a point where I was using noob tactics at one point when I was competitive gaming. But I think although there are ways of doing it in 2K19 especially, I know there are ways of doing it, but let's be honest, that has been reduced to such a small amount of ways of doing it. Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't want to do a 1v1, he can team with someone in his, you know, he's in Kavan's clan, so he can team with Jake One, Kavan, I don't know who else is in there. He can tag one of those guys if he wants to do a 2v2 instead of 1v1, and I'll tag with someone in VBI. I mean, that's how it is. Like, there's the challenge. The challenge is right there. This guy can choose to accept or continue to talk shit. I don't care. I'm offering this guy's rematch. And if he wants to, and when he loses, I know he'll make excuses and talk all shit, but it's whatever, because like, at the end of the day, this guy is not relevant, and me uploading him is not going to do anything for me apart from just make him relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's, you know, getting uploaded by VBI as well. Again.
Exactly. You know, you got VPI, probably one of the biggest clans in the competitive community right now, and I know that. Like, you know, I'm not in the community, but I know about it. But yeah, you know what? But look, Dario, you've heard what we've got to say. If you want to respond. No, even if say so. If you want to message me on YouTube, if you want to message me on Skype, message me, because I'll just tell you exactly the same thing. And like,
I know this guy spam my Skype. Look, I don't use Skype. Haven't used Skype in years. I use Discord for obvious reasons. One, you can't IP scan on Discord, and number two, it's just a damn sight easier and a lot better connection for everything.
Oh, much better. So do you know what? Hell, I'll link you, Derek. I will send you the link for my Discord. I'll send you the link to my JCPW. No, I won't send. No, I won't. I'll not that one, because I don't want him in the league. I don't want him in the chat, to be honest, because we know what he's like in chats. Look, if you're on Discord, let me know, add me, and we'll talk about it. We can even discuss it in one of these podcasts if you want to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to step into the ring with a competitive player when I haven't been a competitive player for 3 years. Because one, I won't gain anything from it. Two, it's generally because people kind of know who I am, and it just kind of maybe helps you maybe boost your stuff. But it's not happening from my end. And Jen.
I mean, this guy tried to call me irrelevant. That's so funny. Basically, I mean, this is coming from someone who hasn't been around for like so many years and then brings up old shit just to start arguing with people.
Yeah, I think the community. To be honest, the community has moved on from the SVR days. It's moved on from that.
It's moved on, and if I were to upload you now in the current community, people would be like, who the fuck is this guy? And it'd be like one or two people who would remember him. It wouldn't even be loads, it'd be like a few people. Everyone else would be like, who is this random, who is this new player and all this shit.
Exactly. But look, we're going to put... we talked about this earlier, we thought this was going to take about 10 minutes, but we've taken up a lot longer on this whole thing. But Jen, thank you very, very much for coming to my first podcast. You are on the first episode, mate. I appreciate you coming in and helping me out with it.
Yeah, no problem. You might as well just get this type of crap out of the way. Exactly.
But ladies and gentlemen, please do go and check out Jen. You know, go check out his clan. Go check out VBI. VBI. Sorry, not VPI. VBI. Please go check him out. You know, if you probably give me the links, I'll put them in the links so you can go check them out. Check out some of the stuff.
Yeah, if you want to check out VBI YouTube, just look up Hostility VBI. I'm pretty sure everyone remembers Hostility.
Hostility, yeah. Well, go. Also, guys, please go and check him out. Check out his stuff. And you never know, if Dario does accept the challenge, you might see that video coming soon, and we'll go from there. But one more time, Jen, I appreciate you coming in, mate. Hopefully you won't be the first, hopefully it won't be the last time.
Yeah.
So we'll go from there. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to our Jen. He's going to shoot off. I'm going to stick on for a little bit longer, so I've got some stuff to talk about. But from Jen, thank you very much, and I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah. No problem.
I ain't even gotta write rhymes, but I do it for the ones with the right minds, to get my point across without ever sniffing them white lines, to make sure that it flows throughout all the pipelines. I ain't trying to pipe down, but I'm trying to get it right now. This is something you probably should write down. It's within our sight now, so I'm ready for that fight now. Never to see me throwing that white towel. I will not fall, I refuse to, knowing I am the one that you all will lose to. Not to amuse you, but confuse you, and you still trying to figure out who's who. Loose screws, I got screws loose. I guess that is the way that I infuse you, cause I am not afraid, and I am not ashamed. Just know for me that this is not a game. Let's go. No, we never wanna run. Let's go. We about to get it done. Let's go. It don't matter where we from, whenever you see us come, just know that we number one. Let's go. And you know we on the rise. Let's go. You can see it in the eyes. Let's go. 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 Yeah. And this is how it came to me. I'm here to let you know that none of this stuff is a game to me, cause I am the one that you all came to see, and me being the one is exactly how it all came to be. The champion, saying it's all to the end. Everyone else is falling, they keep on calling again. Who is the best is a question they keep on asking. I am constantly smashing while I'm giving out thrashing, and I'm flashing, hoping you feel my passion. We going for a ride, for the rest of you better fasten. It really doesn't matter, I guess it's part of my journey. If it doesn't concern you, then it doesn't concern me. And that's why, just knowing I'm that guy, when it's all done, you'll be the one with a black eye. Whenever I pass by, no suit or a black tie, we coming from the crowd, we about to crack through the. Let's go. No, we never wanna run. Let's go. We about to get it done. Let's go. It don't matter where we from, whenever you see us come, just know that we number one. Let's go. And you know we on the rise. Let's go. You can see it in the eyes. Let's go. 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 Let's go.
enjoying the show? Head over to our Patreon page, where you can support Star Team, see exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, and even purchase a Unite membership!
But I'm trying to get it right now. This is something you probably should write down. It's within our sight now.
So there we go, a little bit. So ladies and gentlemen, so that was, we had to get that situation out of the way. Again, big thanks to Jen for coming in and addressing the situation and kind of talking about it. But we're going to move on to JCPW stuff, JCPW updates, if you want to say. Now, recently we've had a good, a pretty decent views on our stuff, but I want to start getting that up. We're up to 262 subscribers, which, if I'm honest, when I started JCPW, was a number I didn't think I'd even get, considering the history I've had with leagues and stuff like that. But to get 262 is a huge, huge thing. So I firstly want to thank everybody who is subscribed and is watching our content. But I did want to address the whole content and the views stuff that we're going on, because I'm putting out regular stuff, and we're still only kind of hitting double figures, which is, again, I'm not being kind of ungrateful for that. I really appreciate people who are interested in the product and seeing what we're doing. Even the guys who are commenting regularly each week, Bill Adams, Chloe Hagan, Tom Doyle, all those guys who are really kind of commenting and keeping the videos alive and enjoying the stuff we put, and enjoying my stuff I'm putting out. And I hope that other people who watch it as well are enjoying the content. But I want to get those views up, ladies and gentlemen. Now, please, I am asking, and I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to kind of say, please do it. But I want us to get as much as we can of this content out there. I mean, at the moment, this community is probably the best it has ever been, in my opinion. Other people might think differently, but for me, this is probably the best this community has been for quite some time. And I've been involved with this, as we said with Jen earlier, since 2011, if not a little bit earlier. And I really want to make sure that we are really throwing out content out there, and that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out there as well, which I'd like to think you are. And the people who are commenting and letting me know are kind of saying they're enjoying the content, they're enjoying what's being put out, etc., which I really do appreciate. I appreciate that from everyone, and we are gonna just push JCPW further and further and farther and farther as much as we can. I know I'm not gonna be as big as some of the big players. I'm not gonna be as big as people like Unite. I'm not gonna be as big as people like DCA and all that kind of stuff. But I think we can get up there as somebody worth watching, if that makes sense. And that's what I want from JCPW. And so we've got some updates for you with regards to the future and where we are going with JCPW. Now, first thing I'm going to address is our next pay-per-view. Now, our next pay-per-view is going to be probably around, we're in April now, April, May, we're probably around May time, sometime in May. And it will be JCPW Breakout, and it is going to be a very special match, special pay-per-view, sorry, because all titles, or as many titles as I can, will be defended inside the Elimination Chamber. So it's going to be all about that one. That's why we call it Breakout, and hopefully we can get some big views on that one and get loads of people involved with what I am doing with that one. But that is going to be what is coming up for us very, very soon, and we've got some great matches coming up for you soon as well. And there's just some there's different little things. If you wonder why I'm kind of the speech is not fluent, I'm not showing my phone at the same time because I'm trying to find some information about something that I need to plug, and it's kind of like where we are taking JCPW. Now, for those who don't know, I am involved with Unite as well. I do regularly post this stuff, but I do have Superstar Jay Shardolini, who is, oh, he's not a big deal in in Unite, but he's pretty well. People know who he is, and that is what I've been trying to attain for so many years. In all the years I've done core, and all the years I've done virtual wrestling, all I've wanted to do is for my stuff to be recognised and my characters to be involved with as much as we can with regards to the whole core community. And we are taking a step up, because for those who have not seen, well, actually no, I won't say seen because I haven't really spoken about it, but I am currently involved with a superstar called Smokey, a superstar who's been quite controversial over the last few weeks. I'm involved with Smokey over a little project that we're going to be calling GWA, so Global Wrestling Alliance. And but again, we're not saying we are doing this because we want to be as big as Unite and all that kind of stuff, because Unite's always had a massive following, and it will continue to have a massive following, especially, and I am absolutely honoured to be involved with that one. And I'm not going to spoil too much, but Inception, which is coming up very, very soon, is going to be absolutely massive. From what I've heard from the guys, we are really going to, and this is going to be groundbreaking, especially when it comes to the world of virtual wrestling and core wrestling, because they got some huge plans and huge things going on, and I am privileged to be a part of that community as well. So fingers crossed we'll be seeing a lot more of myself involved with all this stuff with regards to Unite, and hopefully as well we'll be seeing a lot more of the Unite guys in JCPW as well, because we are currently in talks. Well, I've currently been in talks today, as I talk about it, with a new superstar who will be making their debut very, very soon. But you've got to wait and see who that is going to be. But I did want to talk about something that first thing I want to talk about was Breakout. So as I did say, we've got our upcoming pay-per-view. I do apologise because that seems a little bit Aminari, because like I said, I am trying to do two things at the same time, and as we all know, my guys are not very good at that. Definitely not good at that, but I'm just trying to get out there where we are going and what we are doing, because I've got huge plans for GWA, in the sense of I'm in talks with several people. Myself and Smokey are in talks with GWA, and hopefully we will be getting some content out. I'll get some tasters or some feelers out as soon as we can, and maybe have a full show come up for us very, very soon, because we're going to be it's going to be the same kind of concept as Unite. A chance for creators from across the core community to come in and get involved. And now I understand that obviously with regards to Unite, people can't afford it. People can't afford paying monthly subscriptions, which is fine. And I'm not going to badmouth it. If you can't do it, you can't do it. That is absolutely fine. But we are in a position at the moment where core wrestling is beyond good at the moment. I think anybody who is involved with core and all that kind of stuff can't deny that it's probably the best kind of atmosphere we've been in for quite some time, and this has been it's been a long time coming, I'll be honest, because there's so many great creators out there, so many great superstars out there, people who are kind of really trying to push out the bars and kind of really throw out show everybody what they are all about, and show everybody what, you know, what their creative sides and things like that. And, you know, a way of doing that has been, let's be honest, it's been via Patreon, and it's been a great tool for so many. It's been a great tool for, as you can imagine, be a great tool for. Again, I do apologize. I am kind of trying to do two things at the same time. It's been a great asset for Unite, and call it jumping on the bandwagon or whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to do it too. But I'm not going to put it out there in the sense of you have to pay each month for the subscription or for the content. I want to create a Patreon page. Well, I have created a Patreon page for JCPW, for those who just want to support the stuff I'm doing and hopefully enjoy the content that I'm putting out there as well. So there will be a link either on the screen or in the description with regards to our Patreon page. So please feel free to. You don't have to. I'm not going to say you have to go with that one. If you want to get all the good content, you have to go over to that one. It's not what I'm about. It's not. I set up a Patreon because I wanted people. If people enjoy the stuff I'm putting out there, I just want them to be able to support me. Because obviously, you know, this with regards to schedule and stuff, you know, it's getting, you know, the community's getting bigger, and I want to be able to move on to bigger things. So any kind of donations or any kind of Patreons would be, one, very, very greatly appreciated, and two, will go towards making sure JCPW is the best it can be. And that's been my aim for this. That's been my aim for JCPW for ever since I set it up, to be honest. And I just want to maybe have people out there who are willing to say, yeah, do you know what? I want to help guys. I want to help these guys out. I want to, you know, help push these guys forward. So if you are on Patreon, if you go onto Patreon, I can't find my link right now. I probably put it, I can't tell you the link right now because I don't know it, because I'm doing it off my phone and it's not really helping me out right now. But if you go to if you go onto Patreon, type in j.c.pro wrestling, you should get our Patreon page there. And fingers crossed, if you want to just, even if you just donate $2, $3, whatever you want to donate, it will go towards making sure that JCPW is it's just better content. It's just a better product, and it's going to be a successful product, which is what I want. You know, I set up JCPW exactly for that, because for so long I've enjoyed core wrestling and virtual wrestling, and you know, big shout out to people like DCA, CCL, YTWE, VWU for not only promoting my stuff but allowing me to put my content out there and show you guys what I'm all about. So as I say, if you want to go on Patreon and you want to kind of, you know, donate a few dollars, donate a little bit of money, it's entirely to you. I'm not saying you have to, because again, I'm not going to be one of those guys who's going to set up certain Patreon pages. So, well, if you get this one, if you pay this much, you'll get this. That's not what I'm about. Yeah, I might put in a GM mode, but that is still in. I'm undecided about that one. By that I mean, if you donate a certain amount, you'll be able to control. You have full control of a JCPW episode. But you know, that's still kind of. I'm not saying definitely going to do that, but I'm not saying I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that's what kind of thing. So I'm not going to do a huge kind of like huge kind of reveal or kind of big thing. Say we're now on Patreon, please sponsor us. That's not what I'm about. You know, the Patreon page is there for you to donate and, you know, help towards the content if you want. You know, as I say, you know, as Tesco says, is it Tesco's? Every little helps. Yeah, I think it's Tesco that says everything helps. But anyway, you know, if you want to, fantastic. If you don't want to, not a problem. I'm not gonna. It's not a big issue with me. This was just the way I thought. If I can put this up there, it gives people an opportunity to kind of appreciate what I'm doing with regards to JCPW. And like I said, so I want to get that Patreon bit out of the way. You know, it's there. If you want to check it out, please do. If not, don't worry about it. But as I did say, we have got our upcoming pay-per-view. Our next pay-per-view will be JCPW Breakout, as I did say a little bit earlier. And the good thing about it, all our main titles will be defended inside the Elimination Chamber. And that is every single title. So not just the World title. We are talking Next Gen title. We are talking the Warfare title. We are talking the Shooting Star Division title. And if it's possible, because we did Hardcore Heaven, we did Hardcore Heaven before. So do you know what? I might even put the Hardcore title in the match as well. And if I can do it, I might even put the tag team titles in as well. And again, JCPW is always looking for people to debut, always looking for superstars to maybe come and see us, message me, say, I want to be involved with JCPW. Please, let us know. Whether you're involved with Unite, whether you're involved with CCL, DCA, anything like that, we will accept applications from anybody across the board. And that's what I basically wanted to say. So this is the first podcast that I wanted to put out. Obviously, the first part of this one was me addressing the whole situation with Money Making Dario with MMD. I've done that, and that I've drawn a line under it. I've full stopped it, drawn a line under it. That one is done. But I will try and do these podcasts. It's not going to be a regular thing. I'm not going to say I'm going to put a podcast up every week. I'll put a podcast up every time I think, oh, it's worth discussing something, or talking to somebody, or maybe even to use it for, excuse me, use it as an opportunity for you, the fans, to get to know a new superstar, or get to know a current superstar. Let me know what you would like from this podcast. Even if you want us to review shows, all that kind of stuff, let us know, because I want to add that this is going to be a excuse me. This is going to be just another outlet for the stuff that I want to create and the stuff I want to get out there. But that's what I want to speak about. You know, I've addressed the Dario situation. I've told you what's coming up for you very, very soon. Do not forget, we will be uploading a new episode of JCPW very, very soon. And as well, coming soon as well, we do have JCPW Breakout, which I can't wait to do. I've got some big plans for that show. So please feel free to click on that subscribe button. If you want to press that bell, press the bell so you know when we're uploading certain stuff. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I want to speak about. My name is Jordan. I am the creator, GM, and owner of JCPW. This has been the All Talk Podcast. I'll see you all very, very soon. Have a great night. Good night.